All right, everybody, thank you for coming and watching my presentation. Tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of what women did in our United States military. When I was a child, my mom joined the military when I was about 3 years old. And then I joined the military when I was 18, so that's kind of sort of the only lifestyle I know. And then I married a soldier, so it makes it even better. Throughout time, women have not had the greatest time in the military, and they did not always have equal rights. So we're going to take a quick peek at that. So let's get started with during the Revolutionary War. During the Revolutionary War, women only served the soldiers. They weren't allowed to enlist in the military. They had to serve the soldiers. They cooked for them. They did their laundry. They brought them water. However, they were not in the military. They were not allowed the same entitlements that the military members were allowed. And during this time, the Army was established in June of 1775. The Navy was in October of 1775, and the Marines was in November of 1775. According to womensmemorial.org, from the Revolutionary War to World War II, the number one thing that women did for the military was nursing. And that went noticed because this led to the first woman assistant surgeon general. In 1948, it ended racial segregation as well as barring women from enlisting in the military. And this is what the initial women's enlistment posters look like. It says, learn a skill you'll value in your life. However, the jobs were far and few between what they are allowed to do now. And then this is another enlistment poster. So after that, women were now allowed to enlist into the military. And when they were allowed to enlist, the Korean War was kicking off. So the United States military was ramping up its enlistment, which allowed women to do greater things. However, their job restrictions were still few. And if they enlisted and they already had a family, they were automatically kicked out. And if they got pregnant, they were also kicked out. And in 1973, according to history.org, it ended the male draft. So therefore, women were allowed to enlist more easily, opening up more career fields for the women to do in the military. And with that greater opportunity comes greater challenges. So in 1976, women were allowed to enlist in male-only service academies. And this include West Point, the Naval Academy, and the Air Force Academy. And so the 300 women enlisted in 1976, and 60% of those women graduated. And during that time, 70% of their male counterparts were failed. They washed out because of failing grades. So, and this picture is amazing because these were 3 other women that initially graduated from each of the service academies. This is the first graduating class. And so, now we are going to look at what women are doing in the military today. So if you go online or the news or wherever you want to go, it is all over the news that women are now graduating from the male-dominated Ranger Academy. The Ranger Academy is horrific. There are so many horror stories of the things that are done there, and it has a very high even male fail rate. So these 3 women passed and graduated. These two women right here graduated in October of 2015, and this is the latest graduate, Major Lisa Jaster, and she graduated in just this past month. And this picture is awesome because it shows the women in their West Point graduate uniforms. So, of course, going back to the service academies. So, as we close up, we're going to look back, the women's natural caring attitude is what got them through the military, and it even got them into where they can surpass their male counterparts. And Major Jaster was quoted as saying, "I can't have quit in me," which is awesome because so many people in today's society just quit. And for her to go and surpass all these restrictions that were put on her, and for her to say, "I can't have quit in me," is just amazing. And I think we should all put that in our lives. Do you guys have any questions? All right, thank you.